Americana Outdoors, presented by Garmin, is also brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Yamaha Marine, reliability starts here. And by Bradley Smokers. Add some Bradley to your adventure. Welcome back to Americana Outdoors. Now, with all the fishing gear on the market, choosing the right tackle can be a bit confusing for a novice angler. And when it comes to fishing rods, there are more choices than, well, you can shake a stick at, if you know what I mean. So we've brought in three-time FLW Angler of the Year Clark Wendlandt to help clear up some of the confusion.
Oh, there's a nice little 2-pounder. Cabela's American TXS. Really a new line for Cabela's. It's the sensitivity is there, and these rods just, I mean, for me, it's absolutely perfect. This rod right here is medium heavy, and it absolutely is exactly what you need. It just feels absolutely perfect. You know, the feel of the rod's really important. I'll let this fish go. You know, the feel of the rod's really important. The main things you're looking for is sensitivity in the rod. We got that covered. You know, Cabela's has come up with a graphite that's just really, really sensitive. But then after that, it's just the feel, the weight of the rod and the feel. And this one absolutely feels perfect to me, medium heavy. I'm winding a chatterbait right now, and so I'm winding it kind of slow. Conditions are kind of cold. All I'm basically doing is I want a rod that's going to load up more back here in the back end of the rod, but be a little bit more forgiving in the top. And the medium heavy action is just perfect for that. See if we can get another one. This Tournament ZX series is a technique specific series, and what it is, you've got rods for crankbaiting, you got rods for topwaters and jerkbaits, jigs, swim baits. It's a 10 rod series that kind of covers the whole gamut, and it doesn't necessarily mean you have to use a certain action for a certain technique, but it gives you a great starting point. Now that fish right there slammed the rod, and I want to show you what a rod can do for you on a fish. You look inside that fish's mouth and look how far that bait is in there. It didn't catch him on the edge of the mouth, it caught him way down in there, and the reason is that I had the right action rod. When I got that bite, when I felt that bite, that fish inhaled that bait. My rod's just a little bit slow, and when I say slow, you want a little bit of a slower rod on a winding bait. I'm winding a chatterbait. It allowed him to suck it all the way in, then I had the backbone to set the hook. Wow, great fish. There's one. First cast with a crankbait. A nice one too. And I had several bites on a chatterbait, and I started thinking, gosh, a crankbait would be way better. I sat down and tied on a crankbait, and first cast, literally with it. Boom. Oh, that's another nice one. Definitely got a little school of them right there. Sucker is fat. That's pretty awesome right there. You know, the rod means so much on cranking. What you gotta have is, a lot of these crankbaits are light, and so you gotta have a rod that basically lets you cast well, so it's gotta have some tip to it. You also have a tendency when you're cranking to pull a bait away from a fish. A fish can't get that bait. It actually bites it. He's basically inhaling the bait, chomping down on it. You pull it away from him if you have too stiff a rod, so you need something fairly limber. Wow, that's the first cast with that. Let's get us another one.
If you're in the market for some new gear, give the Cabela's Platinum ZX casting rod a look. It's also available as a spinning rod. Match it up with the Cabela's Tournament ZX reel for that perfect set. Shop online at Cabelas.com. Oh, and while you're online, visit the Americana Outdoors Facebook page and register to win one of our big giveaways, like an all-expense-paid hunting trip or fishing trip. To register, all you need to do is give us a like. We're drawing winners soon, so register today. Hey, and if you have a photo from your latest fishing trip or hunt, we encourage you to post that up on our page. We'd love to see it. Americana Outdoors is a Careco TV production. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.